Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make the menu for our Venetian mask ball. This is what we are working towards. Let me show you how. Always remember to have your working space covered with black bag or newspaper just to protect the surface you are working on. Here's what you'll need: black paper, silver textured paper and silver plain paper, a ruler, clear glue and Pritt, a black pen, pencil, a pair of scissors. We're also going to use some ribbon and some glitter and feathers according to taste, but we'll see as we go along. Alright, let's get started. First, you take your black A4 sheet of paper. To make it very easy, we fold it into 3 equal parts. I've pre-folded this just to show you, and it makes it a lot easier to cut it. So just fold it into, by hand, into 3 pieces. Alright, so it looks like that. Then you cut it according to the lines. You'll end up with strips. Okay, so I put one strip aside. This is the strip we are going to use. This is very simple. We are going to cut out the 2 silver pieces of paper. Get our ruler and our pencil. We want to have the detailed silver piece at the back. So let's mark off our square. Let's have it through there. Yes. I'm going to cut off that piece. I'm going to cut it through there. Okay. Place that aside. Okay, so I've just marked off the square in order to cut it off, the excess pieces of paper. Oopsie. Don't be worried if you cut a bit skew, it's always easy to fix, nothing a ruler and a pencil can't fix. Alright, put your excess pieces of paper aside. Then you're going to cut the plain silver paper. You're going to cut to fit inside the textured piece of paper. So this block you're going to cut will be smaller. Very simply just measure out a smaller piece. Alright, very simple. Let's cut it out. Again, don't worry if you make a mistake with the cutting, just make another line with your pencil and ruler and cut off the evidence of your shaky hand. Okay, so here are your 2 pieces. Let's glue them on. Make sure to get all the corners with your glue. We don't want dog ears sticking out. Okay, just center it very nicely. And make sure you drag your finger across, your clean finger across, so that it's stuck on everywhere. Alright, what it would look like. Okay, this is where the black pen comes in. If you would prefer, and writing by hand is too daunting for you, select any font that you feel fits to the theme, which is the Venetian mask ball, and then have them printed on the silver paper and cut to size. So if handwriting is too daunting, please feel free to just print your own selected font onto paper, but I'm going to write by hand. Okay, we are writing menu. So with my free hand, I'll just be writing the menu out, thickening some of the lines just to give the word some depth. Right. Okay, that's what it would look like. Glue this on as well. Again, check your corners. Make sure your fingers are clean. Alright, center it at the top. Then just leave enough space so that you can punch a hole for the ribbon that we're going to put in. Okay, so you can see. Alright. This one I decided to keep very simple. Let's just move that. I can see it is a bit skew. There we go. See, it's easy. If you stick it on skew, don't worry. It's pretty. You can just wiggle it so that it's aligned. No, we're not using Prit for this. I decided to keep this one very simple and not too much detail, but that's just my preference, so please feel free to add on as much as you would like. This is a masquerade ball after all, so have fun. Just take this excess off. Make sure my finger is clean. I put one teardrop blue crystal at the bottom. Again, any sizes, shapes, that it does not matter as long as it fits in with the theme. Okay, so there's the blue crystal at the bottom. What we're going to do is you punch a hole at the top, so you did leave enough space in your original to punch a hole through, and then you cut a piece of purple or blue, or maybe even both if you'd like. Let's take a piece of ribbon and size it nicely. Then I can show you how to finish off the edges as well so that it looks like a ribbon. So to put on the ribbon detail, the sellotape off. There we go. That's aside. Right, you don't have to use too long a piece. I'll show you how long now. I'm just measuring with my eye, but I'll measure it onto the ruler now. I would suggest about 20 to 22 centimeters. If you'd like to know exact measurements, there we go. Okay. It's always nice to have a ribbon nicely rounded off at the edges. So I'm going to choose to make it the classic style. You fold the ribbon. Okay, this is now your piece of ribbon. You fold it down the center, just with your index finger and thumb. You keep it together, folded, and then from the bottom corner, you angle your scissors all the way up to cut off a triangle. So it creates that classic ribbon look. Alright, let's do the other edge. Index finger and thumb, holding the two edges together. From the bottom corner, you cut upwards towards the folded spine. There you go. Alright, nicely rounded off. Okay, I'm going to take this one off just to demonstrate again. Put the two edges together, and then you push it through the hole so that it makes a loop. Put your finger through the loop just to grab onto the other two ends, pull the two ends through, then very gently, because we are working with paper, so it might tear, very gently work the ribbon through until it creates a knot. Just keep on pulling at the top until it makes a knot. Like that, and then position it until you are satisfied. Until the knot is nice and tied. The two ribbon pieces stick out at the top. There we go. I did not put on the menu because I would suggest that you design, after you finalized what you would like to have on your menu, I would suggest that you design it again like you did with the invite and have it printed onto silver paper, cut to size, and then just simply glued on. So before you stick any information, glue any information onto the paper, have it design very simply with the font of your choice, cut to size and then glue on. Alright, so first finalize and then you can finish this up. Okay, so thank you, and this is the menu for the Venetian Masquerade Ball.